हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। कृष्णा जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। निताय गौर हरिवाल गौर हरिवाल निताय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवृतकचारी अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवृतकचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नमाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की, मथुरापुरी धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, गंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, भक्ति देवी की, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्री श्रीवास ठाकुर की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3rd, Chapter 6th, chapter entitled Creation of the Universal Form, text number 35. Please repeat. Etat kshattar bhagavato daiva karmatma rupinah kah shraddhayat upakartum yoga maya balodayam. एतत् क्षत्तर भगवतो दैव कर्मात्मरूपिणः कः श्रद्धध्यात् उपाकर्तुं योगमाया बलोदयम्. एतत् क्षत्तर भगवतो दैव कर्मात्मरूपिणः कः श्रद्धध्यात् उपाकर्तुं योगमाया बलोदयम्. Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Etat, this, Kshattaha, O Vidura, Bhagavataha, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Daiva Karma Atma Rupinaha, of the gigantic form of transcendental work, time and nature. Kaha, who else? Shraddha Dhyat, can aspire. Upakartum, measure in totality. Yogamaya, internal potency. Bala Udayam, manifested by the strength of. Translation. O Vidura, who can estimate or measure the transcendental time, work and potency of the gigantic form manifested by the internal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Purport. The froggish philosophers may go on with their mental speculations on the subject matter of the Virata, the gigantic form exhibited by the Yogamaya internal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But factually, no one can measure such a vast exhibition. In Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, 16th verse, Arjun, the recognized devotee of the Lord says, Aneka bahudara vaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvato ananta rupam nantam na madhyam na punastavadim pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupa. O my Lord, O gigantic Vishwarup form, O Master of the universe, I see innumerable hands, bodies, mouths, and eyes in all directions, and they are all unlimited. I cannot find the end of this manifestation, nor do I see the middle, nor the beginning. Bhagavad Gita was specifically spoken to Arjun, and the Vishwarup was exhibited before him at his request. He was awarded the specific eyes to see this Vishwarup. Yet, although he was able to see the Lord's innumerable hands and mouths, he was unable to see him completely. Since Arjuna was unable to estimate the length and breadth of the potency of the Lord, who else would be able to do so? One may only indulge in miscalculation like the frog philosopher. The frog philosopher wanted to estimate the length and breadth of the Pacific Ocean by his experience of a well 3 cubic feet large, and thus he began to puff himself up to become as big as the Pacific Ocean. But at last he burst and died by this process. Prabhupada's two things he has combined here, the Dr. Frog and two things. Very good. Then ahead he says, this story is applicable to the mental philosophers who, under the illusion of the Lord's external energy, indulge in estimating the length and breadth of the Supreme Lord. The best path is to become a cool headed, submissive devotee of the Lord. Try to hear about the Lord from the bona fide spiritual master and thus serve the Lord in transcendental loving service as suggested in the previous verse. ओमज्ञान्तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं एवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to our morning Srimad Bhagavatam class discussion. In this particular chapter, this is 6th chapter of the 3rd canto, creation of the universal form. In the first 10 verses, he talks about development of the gigantic universal form. Then 11 to 26, manifestation of different demigods from the universal form. 27 to 34, development of planets, living entities, and Varanas. And 35 to 40, he talks, Maitri Muni felt unworthy to describe Lord's unlimited glories. So Lord's glories are unlimited, nobody can describe them. It is said like, sky is too far and height is too much. How much can a bird fly? Only as per the capacity, the strength in the wings of that bird. That hens can fly something like 10 to 15 feet above the ground. You must have seen. How many of you see? Very rarely they fly, but if at all, that much only. Sparrows little higher maybe, crows higher than that, pigeons higher than that, eagles maybe even higher. But nobody can reach the limit. They say sky is the limit. Nobody can reach. So likewise, nobody can ever come to end of the glories of the Lord. Whether his name, his forms, his qualities, his pastime, everything is unlimited. In Garga Samhita, there are 1000 names of Lord Krishna given. There are 1000 names of Ganga given in the same, and 1000 names of Yamuna given there. The Ganga, Yamuna, two rivers. So they have so many names, 1000 names, 1000. So you can imagine Lord's glories. It is said Lord Anantashesh with his thousands of hoods, mouths, he is speaking the glories of the Lord without repeating anything. Still, he never comes to an end. So, who are we? Nobody is capable. That's why nobody can be proud. But by glorifying the Lord, we get purified. So that's why we glorify. We know that we will never be able to reach end, nor will the audience come to the end of complete understanding of the Lord. But by glorifying the Lord, we get purified. It's like how many grains are there in creation? Unlimited. How many we need? Little bit. And even if we distribute to people around, that also is little bit only. So thus, grains are unlimitedly more, as Prabhupada would say that the earth has 10 times more capacity to feed the population, current population. We have 800 crore population around. So 8,000 crore people can be fed very comfortably. That much potency Mother Earth has to feed people, human beings. So thus, we do that for our own purification, because the goals of life are only two: glorification of the Lord and thereby purification of the heart. For purification of the heart, we have to glorify only. By glorifying, heart will be purified. Unless heart is purified, we cannot achieve Krishna. So thus we have to glorify, and this will make us humble also. People will appreciate us for little bit glorification that we do. Prabhu, what a class! This was very nice. That was very nice. And then we feel humble all the more that so many more things were there which I had prepared. There was no time there. And there are many more glories which I don't even know. If you read scriptures, the names of the scriptures also are so amazing. You will have never would have never heard those names also. Krishna Nika Kamudi, and then Chamatkar Chandrika. Chamatkar Chandrika. What is this? So amazing books are there. There are 32,000 books in the Vrindavan Research Institute in Vrindavan. If you are coming from Shri Krishna Balram Temple, our ISKCON temple, to left side Fogla Ashram, in between there is Vrindavan Research Institute. 32,000 books are there. In that, most of them are literatures of our Vishnu Shakti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, Rupa Goswami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's letter to Rupa Goswami, how he should maintain the mendicants over there in Shri Vrindavan Dham, because they're all mendicants, they don't have money. So Rupa Goswami purchased 500 cows because he had a lot of wealth as the finance minister. Yesterday we discussed. So he purchased 500 cows, but he's himself a sannyasi. How can he take care of the cows, grazing the cows? So he had appointed one devotee, Govind, one person. He would graze, take those cows. Humayun, who was ruling all over India, he was so impressed by the literature about of Rupa Goswami, and about Rupa Goswami also he heard that he released an order that wherever these 500 cows of Rupa Goswami's graze, anywhere, they will not be taxed. Otherwise, it was compulsory for all Hindus. Wherever their cows would be grazing, the tax had to be paid according to the field, the area of the field in which the cows graze. That much tax had to be paid. But with Rupa Goswami, he was so pleased. He said, zero tax for Rupa Goswami. That's it. And long story, but we can see how so much is there about the Lord, but we still speak in our time, because that way we are not getting carried away by Maya in that time, and rather our heart is getting purified by hearing about the Lord. It is said that no one can estimate the Virat Roop's potency. Here, the description of the entire world, the trees are compared to the hair on the body of Lord Virata. And then the mountains, they are compared to the bones. Then the rivers are compared to veins. The water in the rivers is compared to blood in those veins. Like that, so many comparisons are given. So Virat Roop is very expansive universe. Who can measure the length and breadth? We just can't. So nobody is capable of. Forget about estimating the strength of the Lord, the length and breadth of the universe, Virat Roop, etc. We can't even estimate our own potency many times. How many of you have seen that? You underestimate your potency when you are in the mode of ignorance, and you overestimate your potency because of your mode of passion. That I will do. Not a big deal. And we cannot even begin the work because 10 other things came up, emergency. We could not touch. And then we got scolding. What? You said big things. What you did. We can see the great devotee like Arjuna also. When he was in Dwarka, and one Brahmin, he complained to Ugrasen. He came to the court. What is this, Maharaj? In your kingdom, the moment my wife delivers a child, immediately child disappears from the maternity ward only. What is this? How can this happen? The child should not die before the father. You find out. And Ugrasen tried his best. Nothing was possible. Krishna was there. Balram, the supreme personality of Godhead, Adiguru. They were helpless. And Arjun, sometime point of time, 9 children were gone. So somehow, when this person came, Arjun was there in Dwarka. And he heard. He thought, what is this? When we Kurus are ruling over the entire world, how dare of someone to come to maternity ward? And he doesn't come with entire force also. Somebody comes and kind of kidnaps the child. I take a vow that I will protect the child. I will make sure the child is not kidnapped, hijacked by anyone. And if I don't do that, I will enter in fire. And Krishna is watching. This fellow, I am present, Balram is present. And we are not speaking anything, and he is speaking that he will protect the child. So Krishna kept quiet. And sure enough, it was known when she would deliver the child, the time was nearby. And he was standing outside with his Gandhi bow. All the quiver was filled with all the arrows. And he was waiting. The moment the child is born, I will take charge and nobody else can kidnap. Then let anyone come and try to snatch away the child from me. I'll kill him like that. And suddenly the child disappeared from maternity ward only. He was outside the maternity ward, outside the door. And then the Brahmin said, what is this nonsense? Where is the child gone? Arjun, you spoke so many big things. The child is missing inside. I could not see enemy on these. Enemy is very smart. So poor fellow, he searched here, searched there. Nowhere, no trace of that child. And child cannot walk also. Somebody has to pick up the child. Then only he can be kidnapped. So then poor fellow was ready to jump in the fire. Arjun said, Krishna said, wait, come with me. And he took him on the chariot. All the way, all the 7 layers of universe were crossed. The Lokalok mountains were being crossed. Such dark area. The horses were completely discouraged and they were fearful. And Krishna released Sudarshan Chakra in front of the chariot. It was dazzling with such brilliance. Millions of suns' effulgence is one Sudarshan Chakra's effulgence. So you can imagine. So everybody's eyes were getting blinded. That kind of effulgence. And they crossed, and all the way he took him to Mahavishnu's abode. And there the children were playing around Mahavishnu. And as soon as Lord came, Mahavishnu paid obeisance. Thank you, Lord. I knew to fulfill the promise that Arjuna has given, you will definitely come here. I wanted to have your darshan. I cannot give up my job here. It's on all-time duty. Sorry for inconvenience cause. All the way you came. Thank you for darshan also. You can take all the 10 children. So I can say Arjun, he could not estimate his own power. So if Krishna makes us humble, then what are we then? We just can't. Similarly, Hanuman also, he also, because in the childhood, as baby Hanuman, he was very naughty. Then he would go, the sages are performing Gayatri in the water. He would go and pull their leg and they would collapse. All thread is gone out of the fingers and all that. Gayatri is disturbed. Gayatri should not be disturbed. Very urgent cases, spiritual master calls. Something like that is the only time when one may just halfway through or whatever, he may leave Gayatri. Otherwise, Gayatri should not be disturbed by anything. Ideally speaking, yawning or anything else is done. Gayatri has to be again started there. The direction has to be east only in the morning, afternoon, and in north in the evening, something like that. So many rules and regulations are there. The lips should not move. So many things are there. One should not sleep in Gayatri. We sleep in chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. In which upper lip, lower lip, they have to move. There we sleep. So Gayatri, where lips are not supposed to move. It's a very nice time to take us. So it's very difficult in that sense. So Hanuman, he was very naughty. So that's why the sages ultimately cursed him for his own benefit only, so that his naughtiness, it's like Vaishnava Aparadh is committing continuously. It is not good. So then they cursed him that may you forget all your powers, because earlier past time, when he was hit with the Vajra of Indra, he fell unconscious. Vayu became angry. He withdrew the air from entire universe. All the demigods pleaded, please. Then he said only, you have to not only revive my child, but you also have to bless him with many, many benedictions, powers. So all demigods came, they blessed him unlimitedly. He became very powerful. As a small baby Hanuman monkey. So then he started all his trickeries and all his mischievous activities. So he was cursed then. So even when when they reached the shore of India near Rameshwaram, and then they were wondering, this is 100 yojan length of this ocean, how to reach. Sita was told by Sampati is sitting in Ashokvan in Lanka, Ravana's kingdom. But in between the ocean is there. This has to be, we cannot cross it in boat. We cannot walk over it. We cannot swim across. We have to fly only. So then they were all telling their powers. One small monkey said, I can jump 100 yojan, 10 yojans. They said, what is the use? You will fall in the ocean. You will not be able to fly back, because there is no jumping pad there somewhere. From water, how will you jump back then? You will remain in water, you will drown also. Somebody said 20 yojan. Somebody said 30 yojan. Anga said, I can jump 100 yojan, but I cannot jump back. And then they said, these are all the more dangerous. They'll catch you and kill you. So Hanuman was just sitting. Then Jambuan, knowing powers of Hanuman, he was there in childhood. So he reminded, oh Hanuman, you forgot. Then he glorified Hanuman. You can, what is this 100 yojan for you? It is nothing. And then he glorified. He reminded Hanuman. Because the curse also said that when somebody reminds him, he will remember all his power and then he will be able to exhibit those powers. So then he remembered and then he jumped. So we cannot estimate our own power. Karna also, he also did not, it could not understand his powers. He thought that he will be able to protect, but long before, some time before, he had gone and once he by mistake had killed a cow, and then that caretaker of the cow cursed him. At the last moment of your life, you'll forget all the vidya, and this will of the chariot will get stuck. This Gohatyara, you are a killer of a cow. So Karna pleaded, but then there was no way. And he boasted so much. Duryodhan, lot of his strength was coming from Karna alone. He was fully confident. Yudhishthira was so much scared of Karna. If at all, if we get defeated, it's only one person. And not only he can defeat us all, he will particularly catch me and kill me also. Yudhishthira was very fearful of Karna, of all the people on the other side. He was very fearful of Karna. He was not fearful of Duryodhan, he was not fearful of anybody else, but Karna. And exactly Karna's will got stuck in the battlefield of Kurukshetra only. And he was trying to withdraw it, take it out, but no way. And that is the time Krishna told Arjun, kill him. Then he sought the Kshatriya rules, how can this be done? This is against the code of conduct of Kshatriyas. Then Krishna immediately said, where was your code of conduct when Draupadi was, you only were the one who told, get Draupadi here. She is the maid servant now. She is your maid servant. She can be stripped naked. So where was the code of conduct of Kshatriya then? Are Kshatriyas meant to make women naked? Or are they supposed to protect the women, Brahmanas, cows, children, and Brahmins? He was silenced. Then Krishna told Arjun, kill him. So we cannot even estimate. One place in Bhagavatam, 15th chapter, 1st canto, 21st verse, he says, Tadvai dhanusta ishavaha ratho hayaste soham rathi nrupatayo yata amananti sarvam kshanena tadabhut asad ishariktam bhasman hutam kuhakaradham ivot ushmam. So this is when Arjun was in Dwarka for 7 continuous months. After they were ruling over earth for around 36 years, after the battle of Kurukshetra got over, Yudhishthir was installed as the emperor. Then 36 years later around, when Krishna was very fond of Arjun was very fond of Krishna. He had gone to Dwarka and 7 months he was there only. Towards the end of those 7 months, Krishna told Arjun that now I am going to end my pastimes on this planet Earth. And before that, I will be killing all these Yadus also. There will be fratricidal war. All these Yadus will fight within themselves only. And I'll take them back. So I want protection for my 16,108 queens. You take them all to Hastinapur and maintain them very nicely there. They should not be here. So you take them. So then Arjuna was bringing all these. He told many other details. After 7 days of my departure from this world, the whole ocean will overpower and Dwarka will go underwater. Because on that condition only Vishwakarma and others had built this, And after your departure, this will go away. Parijat flower plant also. Indra had told that you can take it, O Lord. And Krishna said, no, I don't want your Parijat flower because so much fight happened. So that time. So he said, no, you take it, please. And when you depart from this world, Parijat will immediately fly back to Ishwar. So Krishna said, okay. So Parijat also will go. The whole Dwarka will go underwater and all that. So you take my wives. And he was bringing those wives, 16,108 queens. He was bringing to Hastinapur. On the way, in some small village, some infidel cowherd boys, they just attacked Arjun with normal sticks, simple sticks, not even straight sticks. And Arjun thought, what is this? So he took his Gandhi bow and he took his uh, arrows and he set it. He could not. The arrow was not able to reach them only. I was wondering, why? My arrows, they can go for yojanas. What is this happening? And he was helpless. With sticks only, they just bet Arjun and they took all the queens of Krishna in front of his eyes only. And with all the everything, he's feeling helpless. That's what he's saying. Tadavai Dhanus. This is the same Gandhi bow which I used. Ishavaha. These are the same arrows. Ratha. Same chariot was also there, what he had used. No, Hayaste. Horses are also the same. Soham Rathi. I am the same Arjun. Drupatayo. So many kings. Yat Anamanti. They would come and offer their respects to me. What a power I had. And now what? Everything is the same. What's the problem? Sarvam kshanena tad abhut asat isha riktam. Sarvam kshanena. Everything in a moment has become null and void, has become useless because isha riktam. Everything is same except one thing. Krishna was the charioteer of my chariot. And now he is not the charioteer. He has already left the world. So then he gives 3 analogies. Bhasman Hutam. It is like offering butter or pouring butter on the ashes. Sacrificial fire, when we pour the butter, then Lord Vishnu, because the whole sacrificial fire, that Yajna Kund represents the mouth of Lord Vishnu, and the flames within that fire, they represent the tongue of Lord Vishnu. And on the tongue of Lord Vishnu, we are offering ghee. It's like feeding a child or feeding anyone. It nourishes the person and person is very happy. Yajna Purush, Vishnu comes and he gives blessings when yajna is done like that. But then if that fire is out and only ashes are there and you pour ghee over there, it is useless. It is of no use. That is one analogy. Then Kuhaka Radham. So that he says that it is like producing money by using some magical wand, some magic stick there, no? And they do like this magicians they do. And so much money is produced. What is the use of that money? Because it is all fake. If it was really real money, why should the magician go on with shows after shows? For every show he charges something. He can just sit that same time, no need to waste and produce some money in 3 hours, little money. He can just sit for 3 hours, continuously move that magical wand and produce lakhs and crores of rupees. He can become very rich. So Kuhaka Radham Ivota Ushmam or Ivopta Ushmam. It is like sowing seeds in the barren land. Then that is also useless. So that is how he says. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in commentary to this verse, let's see what he says. I describe what I have heard from. So this is the 35th. Okay, one before. O Vidur, who can hope to describe fully this form which arose from Yogamaya and whose nature is time and karma? That is translation and purport or commentary. This universal form has the nature of time, daiva, and karma. Actually, these are subtle factors of Maya belonging to the Lord, but because they are energies of the Lord, they are identified with this form of the Lord. This form appears by the power of Yogamaya, who could even desire Shraddha Dhyat to describe completely Upakurtu this universe, etat. Desiring to describe it is impossible. What to speak of actually describing it? So, not possible only. It is something like climbing Everest mountain. So, many of us will not desire to climb only. You just go in Badrika Ashram or Char Dham Yatra, Badrika Ashram or Kedarnath, etc. It is so difficult. 5 kilometers, such a difficult path, and this side such a deep valley. Sometimes they have that what they call pony, that horse kind of something like donkey and horse in between, mule, and on that the passengers were old, invalid, they cannot walk, so they are there. So once the pony only fell in the valley because it's such a deep, and on the there no need to go and see whether the man is alive or not. Several hundred, several thousand feet below. So then the man, the relatives of that old man, they asked that person, owner, what is this? You killed our relative. Now you have to pay for. Then he said, you killed my pony, my mule also, no? What about that? 15,000 rupees. Now I also had loss. Not that purposefully it was done. So it is very difficult to just climb this. For Yamuna, if you go Yamunotri, 5 kilometers path, up always 5 kilometers upward, always with the steps. Very, very difficult. So what to speak of other things? Very, very difficult. So it is said, Achintya khalu ye bhava na tamstarkena yojayet. It is not possible to conceive the Lord. Achintya, he is inconceivable. Without beyond our thinking power. How much your thinking can be stretched? There is, we cannot imagine only. Just like Mount Sumeru only. It's very difficult, we know. It is 1 lakh yojanas high. That means 12 lakh. Or how much? 1 yojan is 8 miles. That means around 12 kilometers. So it is 12 lakh kilometer tall structure of solid gold, Mount Sumeru. 84,000 yojanas is above Bhumandal and 16,000 yojanas is below. It's a solid gold. We just can't imagine something like that can be ever existing in the creation. So many amazing things are there right on this planet Earth only. What to speak of beyond Earth in other planetary systems. We just can't, no matter how much ever you stretch your memory, Lord is inconceivable. That's what he's saying. Achintya khalu ye bhava na tams tarkena yoje. With your tarka, logic, reasoning, it's just not possible. That's what Prabhupada is giving example of this Dr. Frog. Two stories are there. Prabhupada has put them together. The famous favorite Dr. Frog of Srila Prabhupada is he's staying in a small well, and then his friend comes from Pacific Ocean, and then he asks him, "Where are you coming from, friend?" Said, "I stay in Pacific Ocean." What's that? It's a water body. Body of water? How big? As big as my well? No, no, no. Much bigger. Twice as big. Much bigger. Thrice. 4 times. 5 times. 10 times. Much bigger. Impossible. Such body of water can never exist on planet because I have been born and brought up in this well. I have seen 1 or 2 wells which are slightly bigger, but more or less of the same size only. So this Pacific Ocean, what you are describing, is not possible only in the creation. That is one story, and another story that we know is that that there were many small frogs, baby frogs. They were playing in the ground, nice grass, and they were jumping here and there. Suddenly, one bull came running, huge bull, just ran over the whole grass. Many frogs they got killed. Big frogs got killed. Then these frog children, whatever babies, they came to their grandmother. Grandmother was big grandmother. So they said, Grandma, you know what? What? Today we saw a huge creature like that. very huge. And he just ran over the field, and many frogs got killed. Big, big frogs, uncles, mamas, they all got killed. Really? How big? As big as me? That grandma said. No, 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 grandma, much bigger. So then she took a puff of air, like this, and inhaled, and she became big, twice big, this big. Then they said, no, no, bigger than that. She became much bigger, three times her size, original size. And this big, no, 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 grandma, much bigger. So few times she tried, and then she burst open. Whole body was into pieces. She died on the spot. So these two stories Prabhupada has put together, but the principle, the point is the same. Basically, you cannot just measure the Pacific Ocean or anything like that. So who can measure the length and breadth of the Lord or His universe? Universe also we cannot fathom. So what to speak about the thing? So two ways to understand the Lord are Aroha Pantha and Avaroha Pantha. Aroha Pantha is ascending process, and Avaroha Pantha is descending. Arohan, Girya Rohan, mountaineering. You climb the mountain, that is Arohan. So Aroha, ascending, and Avarohan, that is descending. So in Aroha Pantha, one uses argument and logic. There are many philosophers just around 200-300 years back, we can see, or some 500-600 years back. The debates would be very big game in India, particularly. So many scholars would be there, and they would challenge another scholar. Such debate we see Mahaprabhu also challenged by Keshav Kashmiri. So Mahaprabhu very humbly said, "Who am I? I'm just a simple grammar teacher. But why don't you just compose some verses on Mother Ganga?" And on the spot, with the speed of wind, in 3 hours or so, it is said that he composed 100 verses in glorification of Mother Ganga without having crammed them before. New creation on the spot. Now, Rupa Goswami composed 1 lakh Sanskrit verses of his own. Similarly, Jiva Goswami, 4 lakh verses. And the verses also, if you see how amazing they are, it's like ra 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 ra, like this only, or like this ra ra, or some just verse in only cha 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 cha, all cha, cha 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 chi, all that kind of. We will be wondering, this is all illogical. No, if you know the Sanskrit, then you understand. Oh, it has meaning, deep meaning is there. So many debates would be arranged, and people would fight. So this is called as ascending process. Jnana Marga is famous for this, trying to find out the absolute truth by one's own powers and power of logic, power of discrimination, power of reasoning. If this is the thing, then the absolute truth has to be. That's why they say, if Lord is unlimited, how can you limit him to a form? Just not possible. That's why Lord has no form. This is their logic. Because when you say that he has a form, you may say the form is 15 feet tall or even 100 feet tall. Then also, in comparison to sky itself, 100 feet tall person is nothing. So that's why they say God has no form. So this Brahma tried this path of Aroha Pantha. When he heard once, when he was in Brahma Lok, he heard lot of musical instruments being beaten by many demigods. When he came out of Brahma Lok, he asked what happened. Then he was informed that Aghasur is killed. Such a big demon. Aghasur. Aghasur was so powerful when Kamsa went to attack in heavenly planets. That time he had taken these demons with him: Agasur, Bakasur, Vyamasur, Putana. They, many of them, Narkasur, they are all with him because he individually went to each of their places. He defeated them all, made them subordinate to him, said, "You have to assist me." And they said, "Okay." Then they went to heaven with all these demons, and he effortlessly defeated. Even the demigods were afraid of Aghasur. Agha only means sin. He was sin personified. Demigods were fearful. But then Krishna is a small boy, say 5 years old only, Kaumar Leela. He killed very effortlessly. So then Brahma did not believe. They said, "No, no, no, he's the supreme personality of Godhead." Brahma said, "Yeah, I heard, but I don't believe. Let me test at least. If he passes the test, then we can understand that he's the supreme personality of Godhead." Brahma is the first created being. He's very, very powerful. The demons go all the way to heaven and attack demigods. But no demon or hardly anybody tries to attack on Brahmapuri, Brahma's Lok, Brahma Lok. No one. It's far beyond. Because above We are in Burlok, then there is Burlok, Swargalok, Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok, and then Satyalok. Not only it is far, it is, nobody can conquer over it. Nobody can even imagine going there. And Brahma resides there. So Brahma thought, let me test. And he just kidnapped all the coward boyfriends of Krishna and the cows of Krishna. He put them in a cave. He went to his Lok planet. He just went for a moment and came back. But by that time, here 1 year had passed. He thought it would be a very funny scene. Krishna will be crying and all Vrajavasis, because all their children, their cows and all, they're all gone. But then he found they are all going on very wonderfully. Krishna is surrounded by his friends, they are taking prasadam and all that. So he was wondering, what happened? Who removed the boulder that was there at the mouth of that cave? He went there, removed the boulder at the entrance point, and he saw all of them are there unconscious state. Then again he put that back. Again he came here. Here also those coward boys and cows are with Krishna. Again he went there and he removed, they're sleeping there unconscious. Again he covered it, again here also. So with all his four heads, they started reeling. He was not able to understand what is the problem. Because how can they come back quickly here because I cover it also with the boulder. How can they remove it and come here and show that they are present here? And when I run from here to there, I fly from here to there on my swan carrier, again, how will they go and pretend to be sleeping? No, these are two different set. One is sleeping there and one is present here. So who has produced exactly same? Their all traits were exactly matching with their originals. Because Krishna, from him only everybody comes. So how can he not? They were all Krishna only anyway. Krishna can imitate everyone. So then he understood. Not none other. And Krishna also showed then. All those forms showed four-handed Vishnu Murti form. Then Brahma understood. He surrendered all his four heads. He bowed down to Krishna's lotus feet, begged forgiveness, glorified the Lord. And that time he could see whole of Vrindavan. He came to Shri Vrindavan Dham. That place is there now also. Chaumuha it is called. If you are going towards Delhi, from our Delhi Agra Delhi highway, from our ISKCON temple. So it comes just on the right side. Little ahead. Chahuma place is there. Right? From there only he hijacked all these children. So it was in Vrindavan he came. We go to that place. It's all within Vrindavan, Rajamandal Parikrama, and we take darshan. But he could not take darshan of Vrindavan because his mentality was to test the Lord. He did not accept Krishna to be the supreme personality of God. That's why when you don't accept Krishna as the supreme Lord, then you cannot see Vrindavan. That's why so many people go to Vrindavan, the tour, yatra, so many, Rajdham yatra, but they can't see Vrindavan because they don't know, don't understand Krishna is the supreme personality of God. They think he's just a romantic boy, supreme Lord maybe, but a lot of illicit activities he had and all that. With all these accusations on Krishna that they offer, they just can't understand him to be the supreme Lord. And then where is the question of experiencing this Sri Vrindavan Dham? When you understand Krishna's supremacy, Krishna's greatness, his Mahanta, and on the other side, his sweetness, how he is having Madhurta also, then you understand him in totality. Then you can understand Vrindavan. Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha habe mana kabe ham heribo Shri Vrindavana. Vishayas, more dangerous than wish is Vishayas. Wish you take one glass, it will only destroy the gross body. Nowadays, sometimes the wish is also, it's a mixture. People drink it to commit suicide and they don't die only, and they are wondering, इधर भी मिलावट है. But then, at best, that one glass of poison can kill the gross body, but not the subtle body. It cannot even touch. The poison cannot even touch the subtle body. But Vishayas, they are all attacking on subtle body mainly. And they just keep killing the subtle body lifetime after lifetime. Killing means not allowing the tendency of the elements, mind, intelligence, and false ego, to serve Krishna. So the Vishayas are very dangerous, but Vishaya is one who has given up. Vishaya chhadiya kabe shuddha hame. Then his mind is purified, heart is purified. Then with that purified heart, one can witness Sri Vrindavan Dham. Not in Uttar Pradesh. south of Delhi. Here only, in Sarjapur, in Bangalore, wherever you are, you can experience Shri Vrindavan. Vrindavan is certainly a place, but it is a state of consciousness. And it can be reached by one who is unlimited mad lover of Krishna. So a mad lover of Krishna, how can he misunderstand Krishna? How can he accuse Krishna? So many people who accuse Krishna, they can never experience Vrindavan. They can stay in Vrindavan, owning a flat or bungalow up to crore. They cannot experience Vrindavan. Vrindavan is experienced by understanding Krishna properly. And that is the gift in Guru Parampara that we all have. So our Pantha, that is descending process. So in that we see when Prataprudra came from Katak, his capital, to Jagannath Puri to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. After taking darshan, he went to Sarvam Bhattacharya. And then he said that, my dear Sarvabhaum, I heard that a very great saintly personality, a sannyasi from Bengal came here. You had a nice association of him. You had some conversation. I was unfortunate. I was in Cuttack. Now I have come. So could you please tell me something of that conversation? Then Sarvam Bhattacharya said, my dear king, he is not just some ordinary or extraordinary sannyasi. He is the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna himself. Such a big statement. Some sannyasi is being described as being Krishna, like that. And not by his some chela or some disciple. Sarvam Bhattacharya is a big scholar, he knows all the Vedas and all that. So then Prataprudra says, because you say that sannyasi is the supreme person of Godhead, I accept it fully, in totality. So this is faith. This is descending path. One who has it, he gets the mercy of the Lord. By Aroha Pantha, one cannot. Panthastu kotishatavatsa sampragamyo vayo rathapi manaso munipungavana sopyastayat prapadasimnya vichinta tatve govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. It is said that the mental speculators with the speed of mind, Panthastu koti shata vatsara sampragami, for lakhs and crores of years, they keep traveling with the speed of mind. Panthastu koti shatavatsara sampragamya vayo rathapi, with the speed of wind. Vayo rathapi manaso muni pungavanam, all these mental speculators. They try, they cannot even reach to the effulgence emanating from the tip of the toenail of Lord Krishna's big toe. They cannot reach there. So where is the question of reaching the toenail and reaching the feet and reaching Krishna? No way. So that is how it is very, very difficult. But on the other side, Avaro Pantha, Krishna says, Evam parampara praptam imam rajarashayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. But in parampara system, Guru gives knowledge to disciple. Disciple eventually becomes Guru. He gives knowledge to his disciple. And originally all knowledge begins with Krishna. So it's a pure knowledge without any adulteration. Then one can understand Krishna. Prabhupada says, and Bhagavatam also says, that is called as Shrauta Pantha. The Prabhupada's English translation is very nice. Submissive oral reception. Just like we have guest reception. So where the guest is, we go there. Means not where he is staying, but at our place, outskirts. And then we receive very nicely. We give garland, we offer obeisance, we sprinkle that scented water, we apply attar. So many things are there as a part of guest reception. So like that, Krishna only enters our heart through the medium, through the gates of these ears, 2 ears that we have. When we hear the message of Krishna, Kirtan of Krishna also, but message also. So submissive oral reception. That is called a Shrauta Pantha, or it is also called Shrutekshita Pantha. Ikshit means to see, Shruta means hearing. We see by hearing. We don't see by these eyes. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would condemn like anything. He would be giving class, conch would blow just nearby temple hall. Some 2-3, once it happened, 2-3 brahmacharis and sannyasis, they ran there. Then after 15-20 minutes of Aarti getting over, they came back. And as they were about to sit, immediately Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, so where had you been? Guru Maharaj, we just went to take darshan. Darshan? What darshan can you take with these fleshy eyeballs? This is darshan shastra. We are having discussion. Sit here and listen. You will be able to see Krishna. Krishna cannot be seen with these eyes. And he was such a strong practitioner. He went to South India, and in one temple he was taking darshan. Like deities are here. At the end of the temple hall, he was standing there, holding palms. So then one pujari happened to go. He saw sannyasis there. So he said, Maharaj, you can go close and take proper darshan. He said, it's okay, I have taken darshan. No, 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 Maharaj, please go ahead. It's okay, I have taken. No, 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 please go ahead. He said, Lord has seen that I have come. I don't have to see. That means I cannot see. We cannot see with this fleshy eyeball. After, unless we hear, so many of us, we have gone to so many temples before coming to ISKCON. What we saw there. Many times we went there because some prasad was there. And sometimes when prasad was not there after darshan, we were very dejected. I should have come little earlier. I did not get prasad only. Counter got closed. So darshan is possible by hearing. Then we see Krishna. Very nice. That's why he said, don't try to see Krishna. Act in such a way that Krishna wants to see you. One should render such amazing service that Lord will be eagerly waiting. Where is that devotee? Where is he? When will he come back to the spiritual world? In Aroha Pantha, they have this Neti Neti path. It is said, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, they can't even reach the, or if at all, they reach outskirts and not to the Lord's lotus feet. So like lotus feet is like the house or village or whatever. So that's where we reside. Na? We want to reside at the lotus feet of Krishna. So it's like a town, village, or it's like a house. But they don't even reach the house. They reach outskirts of that lotus feet. All these mental speculators. अथापि ते देव पदाम्बुजद्वय प्रसादलेशानुगृहीत एव हि जानाति तत्त्वं भगवन्महिम्नो न चान्यमेकोऽपि चिरन् विचिन्वम्. This is also similar only, that these people with their speculative power, no matter how much ever they stretch their logic reasoning, they can never reach, they can never understand. Janati tattvam, only he can understand tattva, Krishna's supremacy, Krishna's godhoodness, who has got prasada leshanu gruhita evai, a bit of mercy of Krishna's lotus feet. Such a person only can understand Krishna. Otherwise, it is not possible. We can see when Kalayavan came to Mathura, he seized the Mathura Vasis, especially the whole kingdom of Ugrasen. On one side, Jarasandha had come with his 23 Akshoni Sena. And every time he was defeated by Krishna, set loose, he was allowed to go so that he brings more. But this time it so happened, he has brought his 23 Akshoni Sena, and simultaneously Kalayavan also ceased from the, he also attacked from other side. So then Krishna and Balram, they told Balram, Krishna told Balram, you take care of all these Mathuravasis, I will take care of Kalayavan, you don't worry. And Krishna just came out from the palace, started walking, and Kalayavan saw, hey, what is this? This fellow, coward, just running away? I will catch him and kill him. He started running behind Krishna. He's running, Kalayavan is running, and then Krishna is ahead, just walking peacefully. So after, like here, let's say here is Krishna and here is Kalayavan. So he ran very fast and he came very close, and just some more steps running and he can catch Krishna. But when he came close, he is trying to extend his hand, but his hand is not reaching Krishna. Krishna is walking peacefully and Kalayavan is running behind. He is not able to reach Krishna because sin cannot touch Krishna. Kalayavan was sin personified. Once it so happened that in Mathura, the brother-in-law of Gargacharya was the priest of Yadus. So the brother-in-law once just made a joke on Gargacharya in public, in front of all the Yadus. Sale, na? Sale, wife's brother. So he just, it was a joke. It was a little ridiculing. All the Yadus had hearty laugh. They were laughing at Gargacharya. So Gargacharya became extremely angry. What nonsense, in public. I was insulted by my brother-in-law. So all these Yadus are laughing. So then he went to seashore. He performed severe austerities to please Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva blessed him. Don't worry. Your Manorath, your desired, I benedict you, that you will be able to create threat for all the Yadus, like that. So what happened? There was one Yavan king. He was not getting child. He was childless. So he requested Gargacharya, could you please offer me a son through my wife? then I will be having fatherhood, then I can have a son. So Gargacharya produced a son in the wife of this Yavan's womb, and then that became Kala Yavan. He was a very dark boy, like a Rakshas kind of Kala Yavan. He was produced from a Yavan. And then he was the one who, when he seized Mathura, all the Mathura Vasis were completely scared because Gargacharya had got that boon. But anyway, Krishna eventually killed Kalavan. He entered in a cave. Kalavan thought, this fellow is lying here, peacefully sleeping, thinking that he has avoided me. What does he think of himself? And he just gave a big kick, thinking that that person lying down there is Krishna. But that was not Krishna, that was Muchukun, who was sleeping for centuries or millenniums, like that. He was from Satya Yuga, long. So then, basically, that person, Muchukunda, had a benediction that whosoever he looks upon, whosoever disturbs his sleep, will burn alive. Kalavan got burnt. Krishna got him killed. But the point is, Kalavan could not even reach Krishna, could not even touch Krishna. Ashna Viram Shuddham Apapa Vidham. Ashna Viram. Krishna doesn't have veins. All of us, we can see some kind of greenish structure, we see the veins within our skin that is visible there, and the blood flows in that. But Krishna doesn't have veins like that. Nowhere. No bones in his body. No flesh. It is Satchidananda Vigraha. Ashnaviram Shuddham, very pure. Krishna is pure. Apapa Vidham. Sin cannot even touch him. No impurity can ever touch Krishna. Forget about impurity touching Krishna or purifying Krishna. Anybody who remembers Krishna, he also is internally and externally cleaned. What is that? Uh, Om apavitro pavitro va sarvavastham gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham sabaya abhyantara shuchihi. Just by remembering lotus-eyed Krishna, Pundarikaksha, one is externally and internally purified. This is for a devotee. This is for a sadhaka who is impure. By remembering Krishna, he gets purified. So what to speak of Krishna? How pure he must be. So pure. Suddhan apapavitam. Sin can never touch him. He is completely pure for all time. So how to know Krishna then? Here all throughout the translation purposes, one cannot know Krishna. So how to know Krishna? Krishna can be known by faith. Vishwas se paibe hari tarke bahu dur. Odia saying is there. By Vishwas, faith, one can get Krishna. Vishwasa paibe hari tarke bahu dur. If you try tarka, aroha panta, and your logic, reasoning, you can never understand Krishna. Impossible. That famous story of Brahman and cobbler, when Narad Muni was going to meet Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha, he happened to meet this Brahmin who was very scholarly, knew thousands of slokas, had hundreds of disciples, very expert chanter of the Vedic mantras, hymns. So he happened to say, where are you going, Narad Muni? I'm going to meet Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha. Oh, really? Just ask him when I'm coming to his Vaikuntha world. And he was very sure, I'm anyway going after this body. I leave this body after this life. But just ask him. Narad Muni said, okay. So just ahead, he had the cobbler sitting under a banyan tree. Then he also paid his obeisances. He said, Narad Muni, what's the thing? Where are you going? He said the same thing. Oh, you are going to meet my Lord Narayan. So I'm not qualified at all, but if you could ask him, after how many lifetimes will I be able to reach him in case I reach him ever? Like that. He said, okay. So then when he went and informed Lord Narayan about these two devotees, then Lord said, oh, that Brahmin, forget it. After millions of lifetimes also, he will not be able to reach here. Like that. And then that cobbler, just this life gets over, he will immediately reach here. Narmuni was surprised. He said, oh Lord, but he knows so many slokas, that Brahmin. And the cobbler is a simple person. Oh, no, 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 no. When you meet them on earth, just when they ask you what I was doing, tell them that I was threading an elephant through the eye of the needle. Eye of the needle. Narad Muni understood. Okay, anyway, he came here. And then the Brahmin asked him, so Narad Muni, what did Lord Narayan say? He said, sorry to say, my dear Brahmin, but Lord Narayan said that after millions of lifetimes also, you will not be able to reach Vaikuntha. It's impossible. What nonsense you are speaking. I don't think you ever went to Vaikuntha. By the way, what was Lord Narayan doing when he made this statement? He was threading an elephant to the eye of a needle. Impossible. What nonsense, huh? मुझे उल्लू बना रहे? You think I'm a kid? No way. You never went to Vaikuntha, get lost. And Narada was surprised, what kind of arrogance this fellow has. For saintly people, he has no respect. Anyway, he went to cobbler and he told, "Oh, cobbler, you are very fortunate. Lord Narayan is waiting for you there. After you complete your this life, you will reach there." Oh, my Lord is so glorious. I'm not qualified, but still. Said, "You believe?" So then he said, "What was my Lord doing that time?" He was threading an elephant, the eye of a needle. Oh, my Lord is so glorious. He can do impossible things. He said, "You believe?" Yeah. Just see this banyan tree. It has thousands of fruits. In each fruit, there are hundreds and thousands of seeds. And from in that each seed, there is one banyan tree which is so huge. So if he can put such a huge banyan tree in small seed, why can't he thread an elephant through the eye of a needle? Narad Muni understood what a faith he has. So we have to have faith in Krishna. That's why he says, Janma karma chame divyam evam vetti tattvataha, in total, in fullness. That Krishna's birth and his activities are all transcendental. They are not mundane. Impossible is, Lord's, what they call, bhai haath ka khel hai. It's a damn easy thing for the Lord. There is nothing impossible. It is said that kathanchana smrute yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrute viparitam syat Sri Chaitanyam namamitam. Kathanchana smrute yasmin. Even if once one remembers Lord Gauranga, dushkaram sukaram bhavet. That which is impossible to perform will be easiest thing to do. Sukaram bhavet. Vismrute viparitam syat. But if one forgets Lord Gauranga, viparit will happen, opposite will happen. Easiest thing will become most difficult thing, impossible thing. It will not be possible only for you to do. To such Lord Gauranga, I pay my obeisances. So thus we have to have faith. Then we can understand the Lord. अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेद ग्राह्यम इंद्रिये सेवन मुखे ही जीवादो स्वयं एव स्फुरति यद. In Padma Puran, it is said, Rupa Goswami is quoting from there in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes, his abode, his devotees, all are inconceivable. We cannot realize them, we cannot understand them. Atta Sri Krishna Nama Adi. Na Bhaved Grahyam Indriya. With our blunt material senses, with our eyes, with our nose, with our tongue, we cannot understand Krishna. We cannot realize him. But Sevan Mukhehi Jivhado, when one serves Krishna, the service to Krishna shows that one has faith in Krishna, that Krishna is superior, he is supreme, he is the supreme personality of Godhead, he is pure, he is the controller, he is the master. All that, all the glories of Krishna are understood and well accepted by this person. That's why he is serving Krishna. And services are all varieties of services. Pada Sevanam are physical services. Mother Lakshmi, as the consort of the Lord, she has the place on the chest of the Lord in the form of Srivatsa, 3 golden hairlines on the chest of the Lord. But despite that, she just comes down to the lotus feet of Lord Narayan and starts massaging his lotus feet. Physical services she wants to render. So all physical services that we do, cleaning temple hall, we do so many things, cooking, everything, that all falls in the Pada Sevanam category. Then Kirtanam, preaching, speaking, glorifying the Lord. Tongue is in use. Shravanam, ears, different bodily parts are engaged in the service of the Lord. Shravanam means ears are very important. With ears we hear. So of all, the service mainly begins with the tongue, he saying. Sevan mukhe hi jivhado. Ado, in the beginning with tongue. The easiest service that all people do is they receive prasad and they test it. So testing prasadam is one service rendered by tongue. Another is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And so Pada Sevanam is also traveling, yatra, etc. We see in Tirumala hills when the pilgrims go up the hill step by step, they say Govinda, 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 like that. They get tired, then also Govinda continues. They sit down, then also Govinda continues. The chanting, that is easiest thing. Tongue doesn't get tired. The negative counterpart is, we know, prajalpa. We can do unlimited prajalpa. There are two things the tongue does, testing and speaking. Of testing, yeah, prasadam, no doubt, is very tasty. You eat, you overeat, you overeat. But there is some limit to it. We want to be alive to enjoy next beat. Please. So you will somewhere. Maybe after 1 hour, 2 hours, you will stop taking prasadam. But tongue will never stop. There is no way you can check your tongue, whether how much prajalpa you did. You cannot understand. Overeating, you can understand because you will suffer like anything. You will start suffering. And then when the suffering, you stop overeating, then after that, suffering continues. Dysentery will happen. So many things will happen. But this tongue speaking unlimitedly is very difficult to control. But Sevan Mukhi Jivado Swayam Eva Spuratyadaha. It will be automatically revealed. Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastime, everything can be realized very easily by rendering service, and mainly the service beginning with tongue. Then Katha Upanishad says in first Khanda, second chapter, 23rd verse, Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo na medhaya na bahuna shrutena ya evesha vrunute tena labhyas tasyesha Atma vivrunute tanum swam. Similar meaning is there. Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labdha. One cannot achieve Krishna by giving pravachan. I'm giving pravachan now, and we keep giving so many pravachans. No, you cannot achieve Krishna by giving pravachan. Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo. No. Na medhaya. With your intelligence, you cannot reach Krishna. Forget about achieving Krishna. You cannot even reach Krishna. Intelligence cannot reach Krishna. Na medhaya na bahuna shrutena. By hearing many, many lectures, then also, like you must be hearing a lot of lectures. Then also you cannot understand. So how to understand? Ya evesha vrunute tena labhyas. Only one who is chosen by Krishna, he can understand Krishna. So are you the chosen one? Lord Jesus says, many are called, few are chosen. Many come for the class, but Krishna will choose few, or maybe one, or maybe no one. When Gokarna gave Bhagavad Sapta for 7 continuous days for his stepbrother Dundukari, who was in the ghostly body, he had to be audience, and he has no gross body, because all of you have this gross body. You are peacefully sitting on the chatai, but he has no gross body. So then Gokarna asked him, my dear brother, how will you sit and listen the Bhagavad which I give? So don't worry, I will enter in bamboo. So bamboo stick was there. It had 7 knots. So at the lowermost part of that bamboo, that Dhundukari sat there. And he was hearing the class. And villagers heard that there is Bhagavad Sapta. Let's go. Evening, we are free. Field work is over in the daytime. Let's go. They also came, sat. Many came. Everybody likes Bhagavad Sapta. So then Gokarna went on. One day got over, one day Katha, that one knot, the lowermost knot on that bamboo stick, that broke open. Sound came. So then Dhundukari came one up, like that. Then like that 7 continuous days, one knot was breaking. And then the 7th day he just came out of it in a very celestial body. And then Nanda Sunanda came from Vaikuntha world. Plane came, and Dundukari sat there, and he thanked Gokarna, thank you, my dear brother, because of your Bhagavad Katha. I got relieved from my ghostly body also, and from material existence also. I'm going to Vaikuntha. Thank you very much. Like that. And all the villagers were wondering, we also heard Bhagavad Sapta all 7 days. Just not him. So then they asked, what about us? We also heard Bhagavad Sapta. They said, you had come for time pass. Just like that. So you really did not want to hear. It's going on like that. Then they understood how fallen we are. We are not good. But then they said, what? Wait a minute. What about Gokarna? He was the speaker, na? He knew so much. He knows so much. And he delivered the knowledge, and very nicely. By his knowledge that was heard by Dhundukari, he is getting released from the material world. What about him? They said, those two pilots of Vaikuntha plane, Nanda Sunanda. No, in next Bhagavad Sapta, when he delivers, that time Lord Vishnu personally will come from Vaikuntha world and will take him personally. Very bored. Now everybody understood we were just slack hearers, we were just lazy fellows. So next time there was Bhagavad Sapta arranged. Again, Gokarna is the speaker. All audience, they're all very rapt attention. It is said even the dogs and all, they were also very rapt attention they were hearing. And sure enough, at the end of the 7th day, Lord Vishnu came in the plane personally, not Nanda Sunanda, Lord Vishnu personally. And he invited Gokarna, you come. And not only Gokarna, all the villagers, including dogs also. Everybody was invited and everybody went back to Godhead. Haribo! So this is chosen one. Many are called, few are chosen. Sometimes only one is chosen and sometimes no one is chosen. So be a chosen one. Tasya evaisha vrunute tena labhyas. Only one who is chosen by the Lord, he can obtain the Lord. Tasya atma vivrunute tonam swam. Only he can understand the Lord. Nobody else. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gyatva vishate tadanantaram. Only by devotional service can I be understood. भक्त्या तु अनन्यया शक्या एवं अहम एवं विदोर्जनः ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप. Only by unalloyed devotional service can I be understood as I am. No other way. By Gyan Marg, you cannot understand. The Dhyan Marg, you cannot understand. By Karma Yoga, nothing can help us. Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, the secretary of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bhagavata Padogiya Bhagavata Sthane. Take shelter of Grantha Bhagavat by being under a Vyakti Bhagavat's guidance. So many people read Srimad Bhagavatam, still they don't get Krishna. Why? Because they are not subordinate to a person Bhagavat, one whose life is in accordance with the tenets, the principles, the injunctions given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Such a person who is walking, talking Bhagavat, Grantha Bhagavat. But because he is not Grantha, he is not a literature, he is a person, he is called as Vyakti Bhagavat, person Bhagavat. So only by being under a person Bhagavat, a pure devotee of the Lord, a spiritual master, by subordinating to him and to his instructions, one can understand the Lord, not otherwise. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajeshatanayastadham Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitopasana Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpitaha श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेम पुमर्थो महान् श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभुर्मतमिदं तत्राधराना परः. Raghupati Upadhyay, when Mahaprabhu kept asking him question, he kept answering, and ultimately this verse was only made. Answers of all the questions asked by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in one verse only. That all the personalities, supreme personalities, Krishna, Vrajesha Tanayas, the son of Nanda Maharaj, he is the topmost. Aradhyo, he is most worshipable. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas, and of all the holy places, the topmost is his dham, Tat Dhama Vrindavanam, and that dham is called as Vrindavan. Ramya Kachita Upasana Vrajavadu. Of all the best devotees of the Lord, topmost are the gopis, Vrajavadus. Vargenaya Kalpita. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the proof for this, which is Pramanam Amalam, spotless Puran. There is no contamination of Sattva, Raja, Tama, goodness, passion, and ignorance in Srimad Bhagavatam. Absolutely nothing. There is no contamination of any sort. Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. No, no. These are our low class. Mukti Devi is a maid servant of Bhakti Devi. And Mukti Devi has three servants, Dharma, Artha, and Kam. Mukti Devi is at the waiting list, at the door, waiting for a devotee. Oh, my dear Bilo Mangal Thakur, do I have some service? If I could do some service to you. He says, sorry, Mataji. Busy with services. Mukti Swayam Mukulitanjali Sevyate Asman Dharmartha Kama Gatayo Samaya Pratiksha. Ilomangal Thakur writes in Krishna Karanamrit. They are three of them are thinking Dharma, Artha, Kam, religion, economic development, and sense gratification. Oh, our mistress Srimati Mukti Devi, she is at the doorstep of Bilvamangal Thakur, and he has no time for her. She is in waiting list number 1. Then waiting list number 2 Dharma, waiting list number 3 Artha, and waiting list number 4 Kama. So unless waiting list, first waiting list is RAC or reserved. So where is the question of waiting list number 2 fellow to get RAC or anywhere? No way. So this is the case. One has to accept Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Avalam is a spotless Puran, no contamination of any sort. Prema Pumartha Mahan, it talks about Pancham Purushat, not 4 Purushat, Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. Beyond it all is Prem, Krishna Prem. That's what is all throughout there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prema Pumartha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam. This is the opinion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tatra Dharana Para. There is nothing superior to that. So thus we can understand that to understand Krishna is impossible in one sense. But it is possible through bhakti, by surrendering to Guru, by taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam under the guidance of Vyakti Bhagavat, by faith, one can understand Krishna. Not by tarka, not by logic, not by reasoning. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य दया करह विचार विचार करिते चित्ते पावे चमत्कार. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that all these dry logicians, philosophers and all that, if at all they want to use their logic and reasoning to its extreme limit, then they should apply their power of logic and reasoning to the mercy of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karha Vichar, and they will be vichara karite chitte pabe chamatkar. They will be struck with wonder. Hey, how it is possible? What was the qualification of Jaga and Madai for which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered them? There's no qualification. So their logic and reasoning will fail utterly, fully, and they will surrender to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is how one can understand the Lord, not by any other means. Okay, any question? Here. Okay, read on. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. As you said that we have to have faith, but many times I doubt the purity of the message, and the solution suggested is to associate with those who have faith, but the doubts still haunt. What to do in such case? I read books, I doubt. I hear from devotees, I doubt that. What to do and how to break this cycle? Maybe a lot of sinful activities are done in the past life. So that's why the doubting Thomas, doubting this, doubting that, everything one will doubt. One should doubt that the ceiling will fall, because that is more of a possibility. Though Prabhu might have worked hard, but there is still cheating that goes on. And the cement may be duplicate cement. The bars may be not a very high class bars. And then the fans can fall down because they are moving with so much speed, they may just break down. So that is, then that way the life becomes, you cannot live only. No, I will not enter in this building because the building may collapse. But you are on the earth may collapse. There may be earthquake. So how will you live then? So somewhere the faith has to be there. So faith, where to repose faith? We can see how much people are selfless. Based on that, we can keep faith at least. And we can see through the process of Krishna consciousness how even a crude sense gratifier, he becomes to some extent or the other selfless. He starts distributing prasadam. He is ready to come early in the morning. He's taking cold water bath. He's fasting days. So his consciousness of the body concept of bodily consciousness is reducing. Selfishness means what? I think this body to be myself. And for nurturing this body, for flourishing of this body, I will do any injustice with anyone. Kill also others. Still, but eat foodstuffs made in ghee. That kind of philosophy. Runam krutva gratam bibet. Yavat jivet sukham jivet. That is selfishness, height of selfishness. But now we can see anybody who comes to Krishna consciousness, he starts going away from this principle of Runam krutva gratam bibet. He becomes a simplified life. So we have to have faith. Okay, yes, understood and accepted that they may not be pure devotees. But there are others who have practiced for years and they practice very sincerely. And they have become pure devotees and they have become selfless. At least if no one else, at least Prabhupada we can believe. At the age of 70. Now at least we should have faith that in 1965 there was an old man called A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Now we should not think, I don't know, I was not there in 1965. I doubt whether the Swami existed or not. Okay, we have videos of Srila Prabhupada. We have written books. Okay, forget about Prabhupada person. At least the books, the message is pure or not. Anyway, take your own time. He said that, what is that? One who has exhausted his sinful activities. Tesham satata tesham antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam drudaprata. Forget about serving Krishna with great determination. That is only for one who has been pious in the previous many lifetimes and in this life. All his sinful account is over. Such a pure soul, materially also pure in the sense sin is not there in his life, and he's performing bhakti also day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, centuries after centuries, lifetimes after lifetimes. One who has been practicing. So such a person, and from childhood only, like Srila Prabhupada, we can see how Prabhupada was asked by the reporter, Swamiji, when did you see Krishna first time in your life, your Lord? Prabhupada said, that is not very important. It is important to serve him. No, Swamiji. My question is, when did you see him first? No. You first you understand that seeing, for that matter, you may see the Prime Minister of India or President of America. What is the use? If you serve him, he's pleased, he calls you to his house and all that. That is more important. He said, no, Swamiji. I'm very specific. When did you see your Lord with your eyes? Prabhupada said, I was 4 years old. And he was shocked. He could not ask further question. 4 year old, that is too small. Many of us don't have memory of when we are 4 years old. Probably the first time I saw was 4 years old, like that. So we require this purity. Then we can have faith. So no problem, at least go on. You don't have any better choice than our Sarjapur center. No? Challenge to you. Go and outside any mess, any hotel, see whether food is as pure as what we have. Is it as tasty as what we have? Is it as economical as it is? I'm sure the rates outside must be very high. And sure enough, there if cockroach falls in the that oil where they are frying puri, they will not throw away the oil. They will just throw away the cockroach. And they will fry the other puris. And next day also they will use the same oil. Because the colossal waste otherwise. So challenge, go out and see. Even the food you will not get. And forget about the devotees who are so wonderful. So they're so nice, so committed, so dedicated, so sacrificing. Outside, they are so exploitative. You see in your company only, your colleagues. If required, they will strangle your neck and kill you on the spot so that they get promotion. Almost. Inside, though, everybody keeps killing each other. But externally, they have to be like gentlemen. Otherwise, the boss will be angry, who himself is the biggest murderer in his mind. So, he's an exploiter. So, you will not find any other better lifestyle, better people, better prasadam, better pure atmosphere like this, better Lord than him, Krishna. So, challenge. So, you have no other option, Prabhu. Sorry. Sorry to say, you are checkmated. So, be here. You are in Chakravyu now. And see, sometime, other times, by serving these devotees, sometime you'll get purified. Then you will develop faith. Like that. Okay, any other question? Okay, he has the mic.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, thank you so much for explaining very wonderfully that how a Lord is Achintya. We cannot conceive him. So, Prabhuji, you were also explaining about Virat Purusha. So, I happened to read in Bhagavatam, the translation says 1:330 that the conception of the Virat universal form of the Lord as appearing in the material world is imaginary and it is to enable the less intelligent and neophyte to adjust the idea of Lords having a form, but factually Lord has no material form.
Correct. That's why Virat Roop has no Vaikuntha world.
So it says
all the lords, Ram comes here, Vara comes, Kurma comes, they all have their spiritual planets in Vaikuntha world. Krishna is Jagatunda. But Virat Roop has no, because it is just this material creation only. That analogy is given, and that's it. There is no form like that.
So it says that it is imaginary, means there is no actual Virat Purusha, it's just to understand how, basically representing material world in relation to Lord.
Yes, in one sense, ultimate sense, everything is very personal also, but it is not that kind of Lord, Sachidananda Vigraha and all that kind of thing. But Virat Purusha, when mixed with Samay, Kal, then it becomes Vishwarupa. So then that Vishwarupa was shown to Arjun. But then they say Virat was shown to Duryodhan when Krishna went as messenger of Pandavas. Like that. So there is some difference. But we don't have to worry about Virat Rupa or Vishwarup. Whereas only Krishna. We don't settle with Varahadev, Kurmadev, Matsya Avatar, Ram. No one. Mana. Just fix your mind on me. Who says this?
Krishna.
Krishna. Not Ram. Not Varahadev. Not Matsya. No one. Only Krishna and same Krishna as Gauranga. That's it. Nobody else. We don't divert our attention to any other Vishnu Murtis also. No way. Yes.
Ruji, Bhagavad Shloka comes at Yovam Ajam Anadim Cha Vedi Lokam Aishwaram Asammudha Samrti Sarva Papa Pramachite. So, like one shloka is Yesham Tanta Gatam Papam. So, after many, many births, punya. And here Krishna is telling just to if you understand this thing, then you will be free from all sins.
After
So,
many lifetimes, one can understand that. Or in this first life also, if he gets the mercy of great soul, then he can, by hearing them.
so
Like Prabhupada disciples, in one sense, did not have that past credits. Prabhupada, they asked also Prabhupada, for what qualifications of ours that you delivered us? Prabhupada said, you had no qualification. I created for you. So by hearing pure devotee, you can have that faith. Just like I tell you, you know Burgari. Now, if your question is how many of you have killed animals, half killed animals, thousands, millions, you are not that sinful. But that Brugari came across Narad Muni, and Narad Muni told him, break the bow. That means giving up your software jobs, your jobs. How many of you will give up your job? You will give excuse, oh, I don't have Narad Muni to tell me that. That is your polluted intelligence. Yeah, Narad Muni is representatives. Brahma Mata Gaudi Sampradaya, we are all followers of Narad Muni. So it is possible. It is called a Balotpadita preaching. Very powerful preaching of very, very great soul. Just like Narad Muni preached to 10,000 sons of Daksha, Haryashvas. How many of us can give class first of all to 10,000 people? First, the first question is sound system, or maybe the place. Okay, place we can have it on the ground also. Sound system. I cannot shout so much that 10,000 people can hear. They will shout, yeah, Prabhu, speak loudly. Speak loud. And I will exert my throat. I cannot exert because I know my throat will go. But Narad Muni had no material obstacles, rather very wonderfully. And it was not for years that he kept preaching. It was not Bhagavad Sapta for 7 days. Just for half an hour, 1 hour, all 10,000 brahmacharis, not devotees, full-time devotees. And next shorter one-time program, 1,000 Shivalasvas. So we have that. So it is possible. Don't worry, either that way or this way. In case you had been practicing bhakti for many lifetimes, and that way you are just like our His Holiness Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. He was looking for a guru who will give him sannyas. Prabhupada asked him, so why are you just going all over India in all holy places? Said, I want to take sannyas from some guru. Prabhupada said, I will give you sannyas. On this, the contract began, that I will give you sannyas. How many of us began ISKCON entry like this? And I want to take sannyas here. Will ISKCON give me sannyas? Years later also we are not ready for sannyas. Whenever we hear that word, we get scared. So no problem. Either this way or that way. Ultimately the same thing. Ultimately you have to come to that level only of understanding Krishna. Krishna has said so many places, no? That one has to know me in truth, in full. In truth means, tattva means fullness. You cannot have even 1.1% doubt also. No. Yes. Somebody else, Acha, you are the one, no? Okay.
In the verse Bhaktyamam Vijanati, like bhakti here referring to 9 process of devotional service.
Bhakti means that only.
But you mentioned other words where like even if we hear for long time, then will not.
That is impersonal path, no? Or for that matter also, if you are hearing, but your attitude is not proper. Morning as we were discussing. So you are hearing just because my friends are here, otherwise what will they think? Or so many other ulterior motives are there. Then it will not be. You are not hearing for the pleasure of Hari Guru Vaishnavas. Then it's a problem. We discuss so many other verses and other things also, wherein it is said that if you please Guru, then Krishna is pleased. Yasya prasadam bhagavad prasadam. So if you are hearing class, because my Guru Maharaj has told me, the best example is South Indian Brahmin. He was not so good in reading also. He was not so literate. He was able to read, but with little difficulty. His Guru told him every day read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So 700 verses start to end. Dhritarashtra Uvacha, from there till Sanjay Uvacha. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, everything he would read, and those verses to read for him, it would take long time because he would not be able to read properly. All other Brahmanas were mocking at him. but he went on. But then he understood Krishna. So it is possible. By subordination to pure devotees teachings, then it is possible. Otherwise, if we are not subordinate like that, we are not subordinating ourselves, then we keep hearing Bahu Janma Kori Yadi Shravana Kirtan, Tabudana Paya Krishna Pade Premadan. For millions of lifetimes, you keep hearing like you are hearing, and for millions of lifetimes, I keep glorifying like I am giving class now. By this, you cannot achieve Krishna when you are committing offenses. That verse says that by all means we have to avoid offenses.
Thank you.
Yes. It is something like you are igniting fire, you want it to grow, and you are pouring water. 1 liter you pour, then you are pouring 2 liters, then 3 liters. That is not the way. So even if you go on externally with devotional activities, but in the attitude you have problem, and the attitude problem will come in speech, and eventually it will come in action also, which is all not acceptable. Yes. Any other question? Done? So we'll end here. Okay.
Guruji, I had this question in chanting. Whenever we're chanting, like, if one day goes good, then the tendency is that next day we are little loose. And then if
That's the next day will not be good. Krishna will make you tight again.
uh,
Good day make you loose, so bad day will make you tight. All the screwdrivers are with Krishna only. Don't worry.
like, is it not possible that we are stable?
Yes,
separate?
possible when you come to the mode of goodness. That's why what we are practicing is called as Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. Bhajan is going on. Kriya is visible to others. But the inside Anishtita, unsteadiness, is not so much visible to. Sometimes it is visible also, but many times not visible. But we can experience, perceive it. Yeah, today I'm not chanting properly. My mind is wandering a lot. Like that. Why? Because of the modes of passion and ignorance. And anartha nivrutti means removing passion and ignorance mainly. How much they should be removed? 75% of passion and ignorance should be removed. Only 25% of passion and ignorance can remain, with which you enter in the mode of goodness. You enter in Nishtita Bhajana Kriya, steady devotional practice. Steady, what makes it steady? Removal of passion and ignorance and predominance of goodness. That's what makes it steady. It's possible to be stable, to be steady. But you have to come to the mode of goodness. For that, you have to do unlimited Grantha Bhagavad Seva and unlimited Vyakti Bhagavad Seva. Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Tada. Next 1 to 19. This is 1 to 18. 1 to 19 says Tada. Then only. Rajas Tamo Bhava. The influence of the mode of passion and ignorance characterized by Kama Lobha Adayasya. Lust, greed, etc. All 6 are not told because then the whole shloka will get over in anarthas only. The anartha removal understanding is being given. What happens? Titam satve prasidati. One is situated in the mode of goodness and prasidati is cheerful. You can see who is the devotee who is always cheerful. So he will be in the mode of goodness. Predominantly he is in the mode of goodness.
Also,
We are not cheerful. When we are devotee Hare Krishna Prabhu. Then after oh my job, I may lose my job. I lost my job. So many anxieties.
also, so in order to come to goodness, like for example, in our case, I'm studying, so we have to study long hours. For that requires a lot of passion, and it happens that like we don't come to goodness after studying.
For coming to goodness, you have to serve Grantha Bhagavad and Vyakti Bhagavad. Okay, you do your studies for Krishna. Krishna te Akila Chesta. Study for Krishna. Don't study for your own material goals, ulterior motives. Because Krishna will not maintain you. You may not get job only, even if you are topper of the university. You may die before you join the job. So many possibilities are there. So have faith in Krishna. Krishna will maintain me. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna.
Yeah.
And what if you have daily, monthly 10 lakhs rupees of job, that is your job, and your wife is plotting to kill you. She is one attempt to murder you failed, and she is now thinking how to murder him by another plot. And she has a paramour also. And with both of them together, they are plotting to murder you. You know, recently in Pune, what happened? One girl whose marriage was fixed with a boy, and she had a boyfriend, somebody she wanted, and parents could not be convinced, so she called him on top of one fort somewhere, and then
Kids
what
pushed
was
him.
then she pushed him, and he fell down and died.
Yeah.
So would you like to have 10 lakhs rupees per month with a wife who is thinking of second plot to kill you? So don't believe in this world and in these worldly people. Have faith in Krishna. Krishna will maintain it. And then know that devotees are the only hope because they connect me to Krishna. As far as mental, no, you see brahmacharis. I came here in flight, I have a plane, I will go in plane with no money. Like that. No money is required. For going in plane, you don't need money. You have reserved ticket. That is what is required. The reservation need not be by you, by somebody else. I came in here in car from ECT to here, and I don't have any car here. After I got down, I had no problem of parking. I was not driving. So, one who throw me here, he was worried where to park. Fortunately, it is our own area, and vehicle is also our own. So no need to take tension unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Krishna will maintain you. Have faith.
Thank you.
If you don't have faith, you just join as a brahmachari for this 1 lakh. Myself and Raja Krishna Prabhu. Even if I depart, he is here. Like that. So Krishna will take care of you. Krishna is taking care of everyone. Adding one more is not easy difficult. Okay. Yes. I just want to gift our Raja Krishna Prabhu is leaving. So before he leaves, recently one donor in Pune, he wanted to gift all brahmacharis something, Adhik Mas, Purushottam Mas. So I wanted to not take and escape, but then somehow they caught me also. Then they said, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So I took it. So the moment it came in my hand, only other thought came in my mind is, this can be only for Raja Krishna. So I'm going according to my heart. Heart is not pure, but still. His Grace Raja Krishna Prabhu ki. So many preachers I know, but somehow I don't know why Krishna inspired. He's a Brahmin, he will use in DT version. It's a chaddar, I think. I did not open on this. I don't know what is inside. Could be dhoti or chaddar, mostly chaddar.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So you told that we cannot see the Lord without hearing. With our eyes we cannot, but with hearing we can, right? But again, after some time you mentioned that even if you continuously hear like this, okay, you won't meet the Lord. There's possibility that even if you're speaking or even if I am hearing for the continuous.
Okay, so what is the question?
So question is like then it is like little contradicting.
It is not contradictory. I already mentioned there. Attitude matters. If your hearing is with the wrong attitude, just so that others see that I attend classes, I don't go away from the classes, and I'm a counselor, so I also have interest in Krishna and all that. So it's just a show bottle devotional practice. Then that way you cannot get Krishna. You cannot cheat Krishna. You can cheat many people. You can cheat all the people also. Nobody can cheat Krishna. Krishna is the greatest cheater in the creation. How can you cheat him? When you try to cheat him, after many lifetimes, you will understand how Krishna cheated you without your understanding. That kind of cheater he is. So just have proper attitude, and with that hearing, proper attitude hearing, then you will realize Krishna. And you by serving begins with the Shravanam, Kirtanam, all that. This is Shravan Seva, then Kirtan Seva with the tongue, Pada Sevanam with hands, legs, like that. We have all the bodily parts. With all parts we can serve, but it all begins with tongue. Prasadam we test, and then we chant the holy name. Then slowly heart gets purified. Then we can understand Krishna, we can realize Krishna. Have patience also.
Prabhuji, then it's a balance of all the part, like all the activities, let's say only by now I just had a question like if I had a service and if I have a class, then what should be the priority of
That requires intelligence to decide what to do. Always hearing presumes priority. It has to be priority. But in case some emergency situation is there, after this class there will be prasadam for all devotees, and you are supposed to be overseeing that cooking and everything. And you sit in the class and there some problems happen. You have not coordinated properly. So then it becomes a big disservice. So then you will have to miss maybe, or better to be proactive leader. Yesterday evening, yesterday morning only, you should have called cooks. So tomorrow, big number of devotees is coming. This is the menu. Everything is there, and then you can peacefully sit here. It just requires little intellect. That's why Prabhupada said ISKCON will grow by not chanting, not by hearing, not by morning program. ISKCON will grow by organization and intelligence. It looks very peculiar. There's nothing to do with devotional service. Organization, intelligence. What is this? Yeah, organization and intelligence, so that we are able to facilitate Shravanam and Kirtanam for ourselves and all our followers, devotees, everyone wonderfully. That requires organization. Like I am giving class, but you see so many other things. I have not organized this sound system, this Vyasasan, whatever it is. So somebody else has arranged, or so many others are involved. For you all to sit, the chatais are already arranged, isn't it? If you all come and the chatais are not there, how many of you will sit just like that? At least in winter season, or rainy season also it's a little cold. You may hesitate. Some of the devotees will put their own handkerchief or something like that. Others will wonder, I did not bring anything. So much problem will come. Hearing will get obstructed. So organization is also required. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So many questions now. Okay, chalo. I don't have any problem. Yes. Everywhere advancement depends on attitude only. Prabhupada said, na? Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude.
But if you have proper attitude, then we are already like advanced. Means how to begin?
If you have proper attitude,
you're already advanced.
we are advancing then. Yeah.
Since in the beginning, like we may not have proper attitude, then.
So by hearing only, attitude will be rectified. It will be made corrected. Yes, all of us as children, we are doing so many wrong things. And parents told us, no, not this, not this way, that way, not here, there. Isn't it? And then we accepted, we were submissive. Then we became proper people. We are accepted in society as gentlemen, gentlewomen, because we listened to our parents, who were our well-wishers. So same way.
But hearing must be done with the proper attitude.
That also, even if you have improper attitude also, it will be rectified by hearing only. Go on hearing, irrespective of what is your attitude. You have heard that Katha was going on, one thief who was running away from police. He came and sat there and he heard about Krishna, one boy, 3-year-old, fully decorated with gold, silver, jewelry, studded with diamonds, pearls, rubies, emeralds, and Vrindavan Dham, his mother Yashoda. After the class, everybody went away and this thief remained. And he went to the speaker and said, what the name of that child you said? Said Krishna. And that place he belongs to? Vrindavan. Mother's name? Yashoda. Okay. Krishna, Vrindavan, Yashoda. Okay. So then he went to north. He was asking, where is Vrindavan? Vrindavan. And he went there. And this is many years later after Krishna completed. Krishna is not there in Vrindavan. But because he was eager, he heard so attentively. Everybody went away. He had question also. Personal question also. And then really Krishna showed up there. Nicely decorated. And then the thief said, oh my dear child, can I have your jewelry, please? He said, no. Mother will become very angry. Yashoda, that where did your jewelry go? I will not give. No, child. Just. And then he touched Krishna. In the process of stealing, he touched. And then he got transformed. He became great devotee. So hearing with the wrong attitude also will help you. No problem. Because it's a Krishna Katha, na? So keep hearing, no problem. Yes.
You already answered.
Okay, then next question. Krishna enters through the medium of our ears. Pravishta Karna Randrena. Karna Randra. Randra means holes. Karna. Ear holes. Krishna enters. Pravishta Karna Randrena. Swanam Bhava Saroruham. In the lake of our heart. Dhunoti. Cleanses. Shamalam Krishna. Krishna personally cleanses. So Krishna Katha is not different from Krishna. Krishna enters in your body mainly through your ears. When you hear his Katha. And Naam also, holy name also hearing. But unless you hear Katha, you don't understand Krishna's greatness, sweetness. So you don't fall in love with Krishna. So while chanting holy name, you will be just mechanically going on. But if you become lover of Krishna through Krishna Katha hearing, then you will be able to hear Krishna Naam in chanting, kirtan, etc. very nicely. So Dhunoti Shamalam Krishna, Salilasya Yatha Sharat. Now rainy season has started. So all the water bodies will become dirty. Red water, that brown water, because so much of flooding. 2 months continuous rain. Then next 2 months of Sharad Rutu, autumn season, that will be drizzling kind of, less rains. And that rain has different capacity, different power. It cleanses all the water bodies, the lakes, the rivers, they'll become crystal clear water. Rainy season 2 months makes it very dirty, and next 2 months makes it very crystal clear water. So Salilasya Yatha Sharat, Sharad Rutu. So Krishna cleanses our heart like that. Sharad Rutu rains, drizzling and cleansing, not flooding like this in 2 months of rainy season and not making it dirty. There are so many slokas like that. Sumrata Swakata Krishna, Punya Shravana Kitana, Hridayantastuhi Abhadrani, Vidunoti Surutsatam. Krishna is the well-wisher, best friend, heart-to-heart friend of devotee. He cleanses, Vidunoti. But Shrunvataha, by hearing. So even if you have wrong attitude, you continue hearing, your attitude will be reformed. Yes, you have.
Ruchi, like when we have some anxieties, so at that times we start doubting whether Krishna will maintain us, and we start working upon these material things.
You are able to breathe now during anxiety. He's maintaining you already.
So like
What if he stops the oxygen supply in the entire world, or at least for you? And after some time, when you have need of hunger, when you're hungry, does he provide prasan? Yeah. Even if nothing else, you just come here every morning and beg here, they will definitely give. If here they don't give, come to Pune and you say, see, we feed 300 people breakfast freely. So done, no? And shelter, you can sleep anywhere. So Krishna is nicely maintained. So many trees are there. Goswamis, 6 of them in number, and many others also. They stayed below trees only. They did not have house also, no hut also. So why are you worried about maintenance? One should never doubt Krishna. Vaishamye nirgrunne sapekshatvat yatahi na darshayati. Krishna is cruel and Krishna is unfair. These two understandings, if you have, you cannot chant properly. You have philosophical defect. You have not understood the process of Krishna consciousness. You may not speak it, that Krishna is cruel. We mean it. That's what you just now revealed also. That anxieties are there. And we doubt whether Krishna will maintain me. This is because you have not heard philosophy properly. You have to hear it, and you have to serve also somebody who has heard it millions of times. He has imbibed it. He has practiced it. He has realized Krishna is never cruel. He is always merciful. Krishna is not unfair. He is always fair. One who has understood. This is the only verse from Vedanta Sutra, which Prabhupada has quoted thrice in Bhagavad Gita. Why should he repeat? It increases the number of pages. It increases the effort. Not required. Once he quoted, na, same Bhagavad Gita as it is. 4.14, 5.15, 9.9. Same verse is elaborated by Prabhupada. Why? Because this is the fundamental, this is the foundation of our devotional practice. No matter how many lectures you hear, thousands and millions of slokas you know, and all that is all useless if you have this doubt on Krishna. You think that Krishna is cruel and Krishna is unfair. And something wrong happens to me, immediate conclusion is Krishna is cruel. I am chanting his 16 rounds for so many years. I am rendering services. I am giving easy also monthly contribution of money. So still he is like this, he is cruel. And in management, in organizational pattern, if you see, some devotees favored, favoritism is there. So immediately we say, no, Krishna is unfair. The president is not good. Manager is playing favoritism. He is taking his people for yatra, or he is giving his people Mahaprasad. We are also there in temple, we are also rendering service. Why not us then? The president is unfair. Why is president unfair? Because he is guru. That is unfair. And ultimately, who is the guru of all gurus? Krishna. Krishna is unfair. So you don't say it, you mean it. And you suffer there. You have to have absolute. That's why he is saying, Janma karma cha medyam evam yo etti tattvataha, in fullness. You can never doubt Krishna. No matter what Krishna does. 10,000 terrorists come and they shoot you like anything. Thata, thata, thata. they release 10 billion bullets in your body. Then also, Shri Krishna Bado Dayamaya. Krishna is very much. He relieved me from this body. That kind of faith is required. It's called as absolute faith. Now, when you see 10,000 terrorists with all machine guns, how can Krishna be like this? And even if one shoots one bullet, Krishna, you are very cruel. And what to say, all of them enter, all their machine guns are empty. They release all the bullets in your body. Don't think you are so worth. They will not waste their bullets. They are selfish. They don't want to waste. They know one bullet is enough. Okay, chalo. Because of a devotee, little more stronger. They took a lot of prasad. 10, 15 bullets are good enough. Isn't it? Like, have faith.
Was he like, if somebody is like,
Don't worry, join as a brahmachari. I take in public. I give you guarantee. I will take care of. So, Prabhu, what is the guarantee? You don't have any money. No, my father is Lakshmipati.
it was like same doubt, Prabhuji. If somebody is wishing to join,
Yes.
he should like arrange something for parents, or he can just join that.
That depends on the faith. Most of us don't have that faith. That's why His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu said, work and earn some 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, whatever. Give it to parents, then join. Then also, what is the guarantee? And some thief may put attack on your parents, and he may take all that 10 lakhs rupees you gave to parents in one shot. And the parents will cry to you, beta, not even 1 rupee with us now. Again, now start job. So you are brahmachari already for 5-10 years, and this theft happened. Now what will you do? Understood or not? There is no guarantee. There is no security in this world. The only security is faith in Krishna. This is the statement of His Radhana Swami Maharaj in one lecture. Nothing else is security. Your LIC is not a security for your life. It is security for your relatives, your wife, your children can get money after you die. You have to die first. After you die, they have financial security. They don't have life security also. Understood? They may get all that LIC, whatever you have, that whatever they call the money you get, 10 lakhs, and they are going from that, whatever that agency, from there they are going, and then they may meet with accident, and all your wife and children may die on the spot. So there is no life security for them, for you. It's only financial security for your relatives, not for you, after your death. The only security in the creation is faith in Krishna. You have to have faith in Krishna. Krishna is my maintainer. That's it. That's why Saranagati means 6 symptoms. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshashati iti ishwaso, gopatrutve, varnam tata, atmanikshepa karpanye, shadvidha sharanagati. So gopatrutve means Krishna is my maintainer. Amitava nitya dasa, janinu ye bara, amara palana bhara, ekhona tomara. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that I have understood, realized I am your eternal servant. Now I have understood in this life now. So I put all my maintenance on you only. You take care. When I was joining as a brahmachari, Radheshyam Prabhu had told all boys who want to join, they have to make sure throughout their lives, parents should not be stretching a hand in front of anyone begging. They should not fall short of money. For their basic needs, you have to give that much money to parent. So I did not know how much money my parents, my father has. So when I went home after engineering, final exam got over, after 2 days, I stayed in temple. I joined as a brahmachari first. Then I went home to check how much is the financial thing. So I asked my father, very surprisingly, I called him in the room alone. He was there in the house. I said, Father, what is your money? How much money you have? And he was shocked. Hey, son, why are you asking for money? Then I understood he's not going to tell how much money. I said, see, I completed my BE. I want to go for ME and if possible for PhD also. So it will require money, na? So I want to know how much money you have. So then he said, how much money it will require? I said, for engineering 4 years, it took 2 lakhs around, all accommodation, mess, everything. So this will take around 5-6 lakhs at least, ME and PhD. Then he thought, then he said, okay, beta, no problem, go ahead. You go for higher education. As much as you want to study, I will provide. Then I understood, for my studies, he has minimum 5 to 6 lakhs and he will never take loan or anything from anyone. That means he minimum has 8 to 10 lakhs for sure, minimum. And we have a lot of property, houses there, Land is there, but unless you sell, you don't have money. No? Okay. So 10 lakhs, 8 to 10 lakhs he has. So my road is very clear. So I said, thank you. So after 2-3 hours, I called father. That time mother also came. Why this fellow keeps calling father? So she was there. So then he asked, he said, yes, beta, why you called? I said, father, you said, this 4 years of engineering I did, na? I'm very tired of it. Now you imagine what he must be thinking. Are 2 hours back he was going for MBA and PhD, and now, so he said. Then I said, I want to take a drop. He said, drop. So what will you do? I want to join. There is one course in Radha Kunjaveri temple in Pune, ISKCON temple, on Bhagavad Gita. See, I am a Hindu, and Hindu's grantha is Bhagavad Gita, and shame on me that I don't know much about Bhagavad Gita. So I want to learn Bhagavad Gita properly. For 1 year they have course in the temple, staying, accommodation, everything is arranged. So I will learn that and then done. He said, then after 1 year, I said, I will take up a job. Who will give you job after 1 year of drop? I said, no. See, I have many friends whose fathers are having consultancies and all that. I will act as office boy there. Monthly, I will earn 5,000-10,000 rupees, and that is good enough. Because money can never make one happy. Isn't it, father? I knew I should ask father only. Mother asked, I will fail. And father said, yes, beta, money can never make. I said, that's it. So money is not the goal of marriage. And mother was watching. She wanted to say, but I did not allow her only. The mother would say, no, money is very important, beta. So I did not allow her any chance only. I said, that's it. So then they accepted, okay, 1 year you understood. So that was the time when I wanted to know what is the at least money, financial status of my father. I came to know roughly 8 to 10 lakhs a year. As I joined, years passed by, I understood, forget 8-10 lakhs. He has lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Kind of beyond. All my brother and others also can become brahmacharis. So much money he has. My sister's husband is IS officer. But as far as I have understood, my father has more money than my sister's husband. Lot of property, lot of things. And Krishna also arranged. The father's lifetime increases by 2.5 years minimum. That's what I heard astrologically. If the son becomes brahmachari. Plus financially also money comes a lot. My brother purchased a land at Panvel for 2 lakhs rupees. And then eventually after some years he sold it for 16 lakhs rupees. Because near airport was coming and so many, the cost, New Bombay and all that. So many things happened. And father also, one land got sold. It was having dispute for years, they were going. And he got lakhs of rupees through that one land. My grandfather had purchased it for 250 rupees, 24 acres land. Express highway went, they took 4 acres, only 20 acres land. They gave only 1 lakh rupees. Sorry, 13 lakhs, I think, something like that. So there were 7 shareholders, my grandmother and my uncles, aunts, etc. So each one got, I think, 13 lakhs, something like that. Very less amount came. 4 acres land went. Then afterwards, 20 acres land was sold and they got a lot of money. So much money came. So Krishna has all that. So I was thinking that even I was going home and I was inquiring only for one reason, because Radheshyam Prabhu had warned. The parents should not be begging from anyone. So I just wanted to know. I never wanted to work. I never wanted to go for anything. I wanted to join only as brahmachari. And if at all the thing required, I was thinking in future, if I have to anyway work, I'll work in our ISKCON Youth Forum building only as a what do you call it, office boy. And monthly 1,000 rupees is okay, or just hair oil and soap for body. They can give me accommodation in Prasadam and temple only. Done. That was my original plan. If Radheshyam Group forces me to work, there is no need to work. It all depends on your faith only. Faith. Ilomagal Thakur himself was blind man when he reached Vrindavan. Krishna to give him kutir. Personally, Krishna greeted him. Guest receptionist was Krishna. He provided him hut. Every day he was bringing milk. For Madhavendra Puri also, he was not planning to stay there at Govardhan, but he gave him glass of milk, matka full of milk. So to the degree you have faith, Krishna, Ananya Shintayanto Mam Yejana Paripasate, Tesham Nitya Bhiyuktanam Yoga Kshema Vahami Aham. This for these two devotees, Madhavendra Puri and Bilongal Thakur, Krishna personally was there. For us also, if you become pure devotee, Ananya Shintayanto, Krishna will personally come. Until then, he will do that through devotees. So no need to worry. Have faith. Any other? So all are ready to join as brahmacharis? Some people are only smiling and not saying. And those who said Haribol, whether they said Haribol or horrible, that I am not very sure. But Mataji also can join. Yeah, for everyone. There are 5 types of brahmacharis. Brahmachari, grahastha brahmachari, vanaprastha brahmachari, sannyasi brahmachari, brahmacharini brahmachari. His Grace Sankar Shada Adhikari proves it. He's a grahastha and a guru in ISKCON. From Austin. He's from Austin. So even Matajis can be brahmacharis. All of us need to be brahmachari. Without brahmachari means what? Brahman charati iti brahmachari. When he is absorbed in Brahman. Brahman means Bhagwan, Krishna. Such a person is brahmachari. So all of us have to be brahmacharis, compulsorily. Isn't it? Matajis also, Prabhujis also, Grahasthas also, Vanaprasthas, Sannyasis, brahmacharis, everyone. Okay, so ready to be brahmacharis? Say Hari Bol. Thank you. My Guru Dakshina I got. But act it out. Thank you all very much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So let us thank His Grace Sundar Shyam Prabhuji for very nicely explaining that Krishna is the maintainer, not anybody else actually. And the nectar continues tomorrow morning also. So please be there on time tomorrow morning. And tomorrow evening Prabhuji is going to Sheshadipam. Then the classes will continue in Sheshadipam. So you are all invited there. And today, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj is also reaching to Bangalore. So as tomorrow morning is reaching, as Prabhuji was saying that actually it's Krishna who maintains. So Maharaj's health is not good and they have booked a private jet.
Haribol.
All the way from US to here.
So you see, Maharaj is a beggar. He was brahmachari, he's a sannyasi. No money earned. And for him, private jet plane.
Yeah.
How many of you can afford?
So the jet is going first from US to UK and then from there to Dubai and from Dubai to here. Because in between they may need some medical supervision and all like that. Maharaj is coming. So you're all invited there. And next week, anyways, Rath Yatra is also there, 18th. So please mark your calendars with those dates. So let us express our gratitude to Prabhuji by loudly one time chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Also, we have Advait Pati Prabhu and Natwa Krishna Prabhu coming here to ISKCON Sarjapur Road Center first time. So let's welcome them also. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Father and son, biologically. They may not be knowing them. No?
Yeah,
Prabhu is from Ujjain. He's a disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. And his son, our Advait Pati Prabhu, was studying in NIT Warangal. Chadbuj Gaurang Prabhu was preaching. So he was inspired to join as a brahmachari. He joined in Warangal. He preaches in Warangal, Hyderabad, and several other places. So ideal father, ideal son. And Mataji is also ideal mother. She's in Ujjain. A wonderful devotee family.
Hare Krishna. So devotees can proceed now for the prasad.
Anybody who did not get Mahaprasad yesterday?
Yes, please.